This is Jan Warren. 12 years ago, she was living in the East with her teenage daughter and dating a drug dealer. When the relationship ended, she wanted to move back to California, but didn't have the money to do it. She got a call from her cousin, who was an addict, asking if she could get some drugs from her boyfriend and make a sale herself. It turned out to be a police sting operation, and she was arrested. It was Jan's first and only drug sale. When you think about getting out, what do you imagine?
Imagine running to the ocean and jumping in the water so I could be submerged for once in 15 years. And I imagine walking out the gate and seeing my daughter and my grandchild, who I don't expect to hold until that time. And I actually imagine getting in a car and driving away, but, that's my fantasy.
Just driving?
Yeah, just driving, getting in the road, getting in the car, getting on the road, and it's open. You can go anywhere. It's all connected, and you can just keep going and going and going and going.
Free?
Yeah. Yeah. I see car commercials on TV, and I said, that's going to be me someday. I love it.
This is Elaine Bartlett. She was the mother of 4 young children and living on welfare. A friend offered her a way to make some money to support her family. She was to be paid $2,500 to deliver 4 ounces of cocaine to a hotel in Albany. It was an undercover police operation, and she was arrested. This was Elaine's only arrest. She was sentenced to 20 years to life and has been a model prisoner in the 14 years that she served. How do you get through all this?
I pray a lot. I have my days where, I feel that I'm just at the end and I can't take it no more. But then I know that my mother gave me a lot of strength, and I draw on her strength. Even though she's not here, I talk to her a lot, and I tell her, Mom, I'm going to make it through this. That's the last thing I'm going to do. And for my children...
She passed away how long ago?
She passed away in 1997.
And you talked to her?
Yes. I have her pictures all over my room. I carry her on my keychain. And I talk to her and I talk to God.
Good evening. As you just saw in the film, 4 women's lives was touched by the fact that someone, a total stranger to us, slightly known from a little square box that we did get to see once in a while, but basically unknown, and a person who took himself out of his life and put himself into ours. He came and visited us in prison, and because of the efforts of this gentleman, I got to swim in the ocean.
Charles, I remember giving up on life, and after my mother passed and really having no hope. You gave me and my family hope, and thanks to you, I'm able to share this time with my kids and my grandkids on the outside. And I just want you to know that the mothers that have disappeared, so many of us in our families, we love you dearly for all the work you did and believing in us. Thank you.
We're missing a couple of the participants in the video that Charles took to Albany and put before some legislatures for us at breakfast one day. And I remember talking to Randy, and he said, Charles got a call and they said, is that all we need to know? And it went from Charles to Randy to us, is there anything else you need to know? And all 4 of us got together and said, that's it. That was us then, this is us now. And it's with the spirit of one of us that has passed, Arlene Oberg, who we remember tonight, and Leah Bundy, that we would love to present this award to Charles Grodin, our buddy.
Randy Credico, Randy Credico, Randy Credico, Randy Credico. Randy, this event was held up 20 minutes while Randy looked for his jacket. Randy Credico called my attention to all of this. Dale Volcker, who was considered the leader of the opposition, came on my cable show and said, my mind is open if there are some cases, and I called him up. And John Gabriel, one of my producers, gave a luncheon in Albany, and we showed this video, and Joe Bruno said, I agree with you, and he took it to Governor Pataki. And these two ladies, and Arnie Noberg, who died in her 30s from a heart attack after serving 11 years in prison because she was an addict and shouldn't have been sentenced in the first place, and Leah Bundy were granted clemency by Governor Pataki because even people on the so-called opposition, and it is the opposition, were open to something when it was right in front of them. But we are continuing with the Bar Association, with the Kunstler people, and with obviously Randy Credico to continue because there are thousands. America represents 5% of the world's population and 25% of the world's prison population. So there are thousands, there are hundreds of thousands of people in prison today in America who are either addicts, who have been set up by the police, or who are mentally ill. So we need to get a lot of people out of prison. I'm very grateful for this, mostly because it puts the focus on the hundreds of thousands of people in American prisons that shouldn't be there. Thank you very much.